So I will tell you right now, we are already giving too much at work.
Oh, we are? Okay. All right. So can we just quit right now?
So no, it's not that. But
have we put in enough time already?
If we're given 100% at work, it's too much.
Oh.
So if your boss is like, hey, I need 110%, well, guess what? We got some news for you. Because there's an idea called the 85% rule I just learned about. Okay. And I want to now teach all of you about the 85% rule. It's all coming from Carl Lewis. If the name rings a bell, dude was a famous Olympic sprinter.
I don't think that he just gave 85%, though, at his job.
This is what he did, though.
Okay.
He said he would start races slower. And he was basically starting races at 85%. Then, as the race continued, he'd slowly crank it up, and then he'd pass all the other slow pokes who were too tense and slowing down, and then end up winning the race. So
they were burning out too quickly.
That's
and
right.
He was reserving the energy to kick it at the end.
So the idea is to loosen up a little bit, give 85% instead, gives you a little bit more flexibility, helps you be more creative, keeps you from burning out.
Ah.
See, there you go. And to think we've been doing this for years.
Wow. So
not giving 100% for years.
We built the show on mediocrity. So I think we've been doing it the right way.
We are the poster children of this mentality, the 85% rule. Yes, absolutely. When I look at that, I'm like, Carl Lewis, you and I, we could share a cup of coffee, maybe a croissant together and have a conversation about this.
We're the 85%ers. Do we form a club?
I don't think we need a club, no. Those who are in the club just know.
Okay. Do we take extended lunch hours? Is that what we do to make sure that we're just giving the 85%?
I mean, I think we just keep doing what we're doing. Because we are exemplifying the 85% rule, the not doing maximum effort.
Right.
Keeping everything more creative and loose. Okay. This is how we're doing it. This is how we've been so successful all these years, Kelly.
We're taking the polish off, right?
That's right. Well, we've never had polish, but that's part of the charm of the show.
We're just keeping the polish off. Mm-hmm. Got it. All right. Look at the formula. It's backed up by Carl Lewis. Backed up by Carl Lewis, Olympian, and world champion there. So, I mean, if anybody should know about winning, it's a former Olympic sprinter by the name of Carl Lewis. Patting ourselves on the back. Oh, my gosh. Little did we know. What a great way to start. What we were doing all these years had an actual name. Yeah, exactly. And listen, all of you now can wake up today and set a new goal for yourself. Yeah. Not reaching the top of your potential. Yeah, because if you do, you're going to burn out too quickly and you won't leave any room for creativity. Now, Hunter checks in and says more like 65%. Is 85% a stretch? And you know what? You may be onto something, Hunter. Maybe we aren't quite giving 85%. He could be right. Maybe it's probably more like it. Maybe it's a little less than 85%, but that's all right. You know, the idea still remains the same. I feel like 65% is still ambitious for us. Yeah. Yeah, he might be right. That's probably. Do you think we only give? You think we give less than 65%? I mean, you know. I feel like. I feel like showing up is at least 50%. That you know what? You're right. That deserves way more credit than we give it. And then just turning on a microphone, here. That bumps it at least another 5%. Knowing what we're going to talk about, that gives us at least another 10%, right? Listen, I've had to become like somewhat of an engineer to be able to troubleshoot when our jobs surround electronics. See there, that gives you another 2%. I feel like that's a whole other skill set in my bag. So, yeah, exactly. So we're giving at least. So there you go. If your boss is like, hey, I'm going to need 110% out of you today. And you're like, you know what? Ben says I'm going to give you 85%. I'll give you 85%. And that's all I'm going to give you. And that'll be good. That's backed up by Carl Lewis. Yep. I'll see you later. Absolutely. I'm going to head home early. I'm going to go ahead and get lunch now.